Hi readers, it's Miss Rodrigues, an ELA teacher here at Urbana Middle School on Team Hercules, and today I'm going to be reading you the story Ponies by Kij Johnson. Now this text is a dystopian short story, and you're probably familiar with the dystopian genre because you've probably seen movies like The Hunger Games and Divergent, which are stories set a little bit in the future where things are a little strange. So in those stories, you have to figure out what the rules are in this future society before you can really begin to understand the stories. So let's go ahead and do that here with this text, Ponies by Kij Johnson.
The invitation card has a Western theme. Along its margins, cartoon girls in cowboy hats chase a herd of wild ponies. The ponies are no taller than the girls, bright as butterflies, fat with short round tip unicorn horns and small fluffy wings. At the bottom of the card, newly caught ponies mill about in a corral. The girls have lassoed a pink and white pony. Its eyes and mouth are surprised round O's. There is an exclamation mark over its head.
So far, nothing seems wrong. It actually doesn't even seem like the future. It's an invitation card for a kid's party. There are some cartoon drawings of girls with ponies on it. But I'm thinking because it's a dystopian text, something's probably going to go wrong here. So let's read on.
The little girls are cutting off its horn with curved knives. Its wings are already removed, part of a pile beside the corral.
Whoa, okay, something has definitely gone wrong. The story went from everything being fine to all of a sudden it's not fine. But that can happen in dystopian stories, so it's the beginning of trouble. But here's the thing, if we were thrown into this dystopian world, we would have to figure out what the rules are because our life would depend on it. And we don't really have enough information to say exactly what the rules are, but we can start making theories by saying, well, maybe all the little girls in the story are villains. I don't know. Let's keep reading.
You and your pony, and Sunny's name is handwritten here in puffy letters, are invited to a cutting out party with the other girls. If we like you and your pony does okay, we'll let you hang out with us. Sunny says, I can't wait to have friends. She reads over Barbara's shoulder rose-scented breath wuffling through Barbara's hair. They are in the backyard next to Sunny's pink stable. Barbara says, do you know what you want to keep? Sunny's tiny wings are a blur as she hops into the air, loops, and then hovers, legs curled under her. Oh, being able to talk, absolutely. Flying is great, but talking is way better. She drops to the grass. I don't know why any pony would keep her horn. It's not like it does anything.
Wait, what's this about? Sunny keeping parts of her or not keeping parts of her? How is this new information changing your ideas about what's going on in this world? I have a lot of theories about what's going on in this place and a lot of confusion, but that's pretty normal for dystopian texts. Dystopian authors want you to be just a little bit confused in the beginning, so you're more interested in what's going on. It's actually more concerning if you're not confused. So once the author really gets you intrigued about what's happening, they usually give you a few big clues. So let's look out for those as we read on.
This is the way it's always been, as long as there have been ponies. All ponies have wings, all ponies have horns, all ponies can talk. Then all ponies go to a cutting out party, and they give up two of the three, because that's what has to happen if a girl is going to fit in with the other girls. Barbara's never seen a pony that still had her horn or wings after her cutting out party. Barbara sees the other girls' ponies peeking in the classroom windows just before recess or clustered at the bus stop after school. They're baby pink and lavender and daffodil yellow with flossy manes and ringlets and tails that curl to the ground. When not at school, and cello lessons, and ballet class, and soccer practice, and playgroup, and the orthodontists, the other girls spend their days with their ponies.
Whoa, so Kij Johnson just gave us a lot of information. We figured out that this place is definitely dystopian. It's very different from our world in a very bad way. So they're talking about how ponies have horns and wings and can talk, and they have to lose 2 of those things? Ugh, definitely doesn't seem like our world. I want to give you a tip. At this point in the text, we've started to get to know the characters and the setting, but as we keep reading, more events are going to unfold. So let's see how problems come up and how they're solved. And as we do that, keep trying to make theories about what's going on in this world.
The party is at Top Girl's house. She has a mother who's a pediatrician and a father who's a cardiologist, and a small barn and giant trees shading the grass where the ponies are playing games. Sunny walks out to them nervously. They silently touch her horn and wings with their velvet noses, and then the ponies all trot out to the lilac barn at the bottom of the pasture, where a bale of hay has been broken open. Top Girl meets Barbara at the fence. "Where's your pony?" she says without greeting. "She's not as pretty as Star Blossom." Barbara is defensive. "She's beautiful." This is a misstep, so she adds, "Yours is so pretty." And Top Girl's pony is pretty. Her tail is every shade of purple and glitters with stars, but Sunny's tail is creamy white and shines with honey-colored light, and Barbara knows that Sunny's the most beautiful pony ever. Top Girl walks away, saying over her shoulder, "There's rock band in the family room, and a bunch of the other girls are hanging out on the deck, and Mom bought some cookies, and there's Coke Zero and Diet Red Bull and Diet Lemonade." "Where are you?" Barbara asks. "I'm outside," Top Girl says. So Barbara gets a crystal light and 3 frosted raisin oatmeal cookies and follows her. The other girls outside are listening to an iPod plugged into speakers and playing Wii tennis and watching the ponies play hide and seek and who's prettiest and this is the best game. They are all there. Second girl and suck up girl and everyone likes her girl and the rest. Barbara only speaks when she thinks she'll get it right.
In this world, the girls have some of the same kind of drinks and snacks as we have, but they don't have real names. So I'm sure you've got some theories about what's going on with this story. One of the things about dystopian fiction is that you kind of think in pencil. So as things are going on, you're making theories, but we don't have all the information yet. So as we're reading, keep making these theories, but just be aware that they might change.
And then it's time. The other girls and their silent ponies collect in a ring around Barbara and Sunny. Barbara feels sick. Top Girl asks Barbara, "What did she pick?" Sunny looks scared, but answers her directly. "I would rather talk than fly or stab things with my horn." Top Girl says to Barbara, "That's what ponies always say." She gives Barbara a curved knife with a blade as long as a woman's hand. "Me?" Barbara says. "I thought someone else did it. A grown-up." Top Girl says, "Everyone does it for their own pony. I did it for Star Blossom." In silence, Sunny stretches out a wing. It's not the way it would be, cutting a real pony. The wings come off easily, smooth as plastic, and the blood smells like cotton candy at the fair. There's a shiny, trembling oval where the wing was, as if Barbara is cutting rose-flavored Turkish delight in half and sees the pink under the powdered sugar. She thinks, "It's sort of pretty," and throws up. Sunny shivers, her eyes shut tight. Barbara cuts off the second wing and lays it beside the first. The horn is harder, like paring a real pony's hooves. Barbara's hand slips and she cuts Sunny, and there's more cotton candy blood. And then the horn lies in the grass beside the wings. Sunny drops to her knees. Barbara throws the knife down and falls beside her, sobbing and hiccuping. She scrubs her face with the back of her hand and looks up at the circle.
Wow, that was pretty intense. So you're probably changing or adding to your theories about what's going on in this world, and that's good because you want to push yourself to think differently or more deeper than you have before. Usually in these types of stories, the problem gets bigger or worse than it was before, and it takes a whole society in order to change these rules or these problems that are in these stories. So let's keep reading and see how these problems are going to multiply.
Star Blossom touches the knife with her nose, pushes it towards Barbara with one lilac hoof. Top Girl says, "Now the voice. You have to take away her voice." "But I already cut off her wings and her horn." Barbara throws her arms around Sunny's neck, protecting it. "Two of the three, you said." "That's the cutting out, yeah," Top Girl says. "That's what you do to be one of us. But the ponies pick their own friends, and that costs too." Star Blossom tosses her violet mane. For the first time, Barbara sees there's a scar shaped like a smile on her throat. All the ponies have one. "I won't," Barbara tells them all. But even as she cries, until her face is caked with snot and tears, she knows she will. And when she's done crying, she picks up the knife and pulls herself upright. Sunny stands up beside her on trembling legs. She looks very small without her horn, her wings. Barbara's hands are slippery, but she tightens her grip.
Wow, so they're even switching the rules up on Barbara and Sunny. They were told they would have to cut off two things, but it turns out that they're going to have to do all three. It seems like Barbara is she wants friends so bad that she's willing to go through with it. But I wonder how Sunny's going to react to that. We're going to go ahead and read to the end of the story now, and as we get to the end, things might change. And it's important to remember that in dystopian fiction, usually there's somebody who stands up and tries to change the rules of the world. So let's be on the lookout for that, because it's pretty important when it happens.
"No," Sunny says suddenly, "not even for this." Sunny spins and runs for the fence in a gallop as fast and beautiful as a real pony's. But there are more of the others, and they are bigger. And Sunny doesn't have her wings to fly or her horn to fight. They pull her down before she can jump the fence into the woods beyond. Sunny cries out, and then there is nothing, only the sound of pounding hooves from the tight circle of ponies. The other girls stand, frozen. Their blind faces are turned towards the ponies. The ponies break their circle, trot away. There is no sign of Sunny beyond a spray of cotton candy blood and a coil of her glowing mane torn free and fading as it falls to the grass. In the silence, Top Girl says, "Cookies?" She sounds fragile and false. The other girls crowd into the house, chattering in equally artificial voices. They start up a game, drink more Diet Coke. Barbara stumbles after them into the family room. "What are you playing?" she asks uncertainly. "Why are you here?" First girl says, as if noticing her for the first time. "You're not one of us." The other girls nod. "You don't have a pony."
Alright, wow, that was pretty intense and disturbing. So go ahead and take a few seconds to think about that. How are you feeling about the characters and the way in which the problems were solved, or the way the problems weren't solved? What are some of the themes that are coming up? I can think of maybe popularity, fitting in no matter what, and staying true to yourself even with social pressure. I know some of you probably aren't feeling very hopeful after Sunny was killed, and then Barbara didn't even stand up for her, and the other girls completely rejected Barbara because she didn't have a pony, even though it was their fault that Sunny was killed. That's some pretty heavy stuff. Can we add one more layer to this work, though? How might characters in the future break or challenge some of the rules and customs of this world? It seems like Sunny took a first step by sticking up for herself, but nobody else followed her. So maybe in the future, somebody else will do that and break the challenge and challenge the rules of this world. So readers, as you dive into your own novels, remember to draw on what you know so far about the genre and what you need to do as readers. You'll need to figure out where your books are set in a future where things have gone wrong, and you'll have to figure out how those worlds have gone wrong. The author won't make it easy for you, and the characters will talk about the rules of this place as if you should know what's going on already. That's what dystopian is. It's not easy, but after reading this story today, you should have all the tools that you need to do it. So remember, dystopian novels are usually set in a future where things have gone awry, have a lot of rules or customs the characters have to follow, and have characters that challenge or break some of the rules or customs of the world. So you as readers will have to consider how things have gone awry in the future world of their book, take note of ways rules affect the characters, And watch for ways in which characters challenge or break some of the rules or customs of the world. Good luck and have fun in your new worlds!